Hey everyone, welcome to the Cyberman Show. Today I'm going to do the second episode focused on how AI is impacting cybersecurity. I call this AI Cyberwatch, and some of you might remember this from the previous episode of this podcast. I've been tracking some development and it's been very interesting, and I'm going to share whatever I've learned in last few months. Of course, it's not possible to track every company that's putting this together, but I'm sharing what I've learned from all the major news as well as press releases and some of the documentation I've been through. Okay. So let's get started. So the focus is on how cybersecurity is embracing AI, or how security is um, used is using AI. Okay, so let's break this down into three use cases. One is secure AI usage by employees. So let's say there's an organization that wants its employee to embrace the new apps that are AI driven, or they have AI. So the most common cybersecurity use cases I've tracked are: one, detection of AI based apps that are getting used. Um, then access control, which is controlling what employees can access, what they can't. Getting rid of any rogue AI applications, AI app discovery, whether this is a SaaS app or any other form of AI based application. And then going further, which is analyzing queries sent to the enterprise AI platform. So deeper integrations with platforms like ChatGPT, uh, Gemini, others. Okay, and find risks. Then identifying chat where sensitive content is shared in the prompts, responses, or even file uploaded via prompts. So this is around data classification and DLP related use cases. So this is the first wave of use cases I saw that came from all the vendors who provide products in the network security space, especially the large one. Now, what also started happening in last few months, as companies started putting the LLMs on security and exposing their data to existing interfaces, the AI applications, uh, there is some development on that. But you have to remember, as an industry, that AI has been used in threat prevention for decades now. So ML and deep learning are very common, uh, used in network security, any network related devices, essentially that are looking into traffic, also endpoint. So most of the technologies have been using ML and some form of deep learning. The use cases can be as simple as device discovery and validation, if this is a real device, DNS based attack, new attack detection, sandboxing, uh, improving the accuracy in spam detection, malicious content detection without relying on training the algorithm uh, with known data set. And what has happened is this is now getting more popularized because of generative AI uptake, and companies are trying to put that story together. Okay, so I've seen a lot of companies creating new branding material for existing and new AI capabilities. So if you go to any website for a top cybersecurity company, you will find a term for all their AI capabilities under a single umbrella. So that's common. Now, uh, on the operation side, I've definitely seen an improvement. So what these companies are doing is now improving the product usage. So one of the common thing is configuration analysis and recommending best practice to accelerate administrative activities. So they would scan the configuration and suggest best practice. Example, one of the use cases I saw is you scan a firewall uh, for all the rules that are there and find out if they match the best practice recommended by the vendor or not. It will also suggest you content that, based on this traffic you in or incoming traffic, there is no policy in place that matches this, and this is a second content that I'll suggest. Also, finding duplicate content is very common now. Also, co-pilots are getting popular for assistance in products usage. So they handle things like, how do I do this? Analysts can simply ask that question with the bot. Uh, they can explain a particular data, a particular incident, uh, in an easy, natural language. They can give step by step guidance. They can help you generate precise product queries. And of course, where I'm seeing development is content creation, whether it is text to query text to report, text to graphs, playbooks, so visual representation of whatever content is there in this platform that's also getting built out. So this is just a start. I wonder what will happen in 6 months to a year from now. And of course, AI is also disrupting the current use cases. A company called Z Security came out of stealth last week, and they are focusing on cloud risk resolution. It's a platform powered by AI. So cloud risk is not a new problem. People know all the risks. It's hard to track. It takes time to resolve them, and this company is going to use AI to reduce time from discovery to remediation from days and weeks to hours. Okay, and by the way, no association with any company. I just mentioned the name because I went to their press release and their website. So AI is used for innovation also in the existing use cases. Now, while that is happening, the other use cases around the secure AI app development lifecycle and supply chain security. Okay, so anybody who's embracing AI in their enterprise applications or building applications using AI, there's a new space that's getting developed. The first one is AI SPM. I heard about this term last year, end of last year, AI security posture management, and essentially it talks about a few things like visibility to track all the AI application ecosystem. So while the first use case was more for discovery on the network side, that what are the end user applications using, but this one is focused on how companies are using third-party AI app ecosystem to enable or embed AI in their business applications. So this will discover all AI applications, model and associated resources. It will also identify and trace lineage of AI components and data sources used in application. It will also do model inventory. So it can build a catalog of AI models that are deployed and identify updates. It can also detect risks. So example is a VM hosting a suspicious model. Okay. It would also scan configuration of your existing AI-based services, things like SageMaker or ChatGPT. Is it securely configured or not? So example, if somebody runs an instance of SageMaker with root access, it will easily flag it. Okay. Then data security around these AI models. So identification of where sensitive data exists in the training, reference data, training or reference data, libraries, APIs, and data pipelines that power these AI models, as well as monitor and govern data exposure, poison risks, privacy violations, and security breaches. Okay, so data security focused with how AI-based applications, AI-based infrastructure is accessing that data. Okay. And then, of course, AI pipeline security, which is all about AI software inventory, vulnerability in the AI software stack itself, prioritizing these vulnerabilities in the infrastructure that hosts AI that is accessing sensitive data, and use case could be finding a toxic combination. Example, publicly exposed virtual machine or serverless function that has this highly critical vulnerability with a known exploit, and that's accessing a bucket that is used for AI training. So it can find toxic combinations easily. And then the second space I saw beyond AI SPM is AI detection and response. Although very limited companies are talking about it, but essentially it's focused to detect real-time attacks on AI-powered applications like prompt injections, data poisoning, model injections, etc. Now, what I also believe is there is some development done on AI-powered or AI-focused firewalls that will have intelligence to understand the specific attacks around LLMs and AI applications, AI services. And these would essentially be available by most of the existing next generation firewall vendors or web application firewall vendors. Of course, there will be new companies who will find a way to solve this problem. And then I also read about a company that raised some money which around the use case of artificial intelligence safety. So this is a new use case that that didn't exist before. Okay, and then this company is called Vigil AI. They've raised $6 million, and this company is focused on helping businesses to deploy trustworthy AI agents, such as chatbots and virtual assistants, with a focus to ensure that they are in compliance with governance and regulations. Okay, so this space is now getting defined further as time passes. You can expect more use cases. My recommendation would be to start learning about ASPM. I'm sure most of you would have done some course on AI, uh, generative AI, how those applications work. Start looking into frameworks. There are frameworks, vendors are getting together. I'm doing my own research on AI SPM. I hopefully will soon come out with a episode focused on AI SPM. And then what's happening on the regulation side, how are the frameworks getting released, what are the things that you can refer to. So I highly recommend you to start reading about it. Remember, your job will not be taken by AI. Your job will be taken by someone who knows how to use these AI based platforms. With that, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. If you have any feedback, any questions, do drop me a note on LinkedIn or my YouTube channel or the Spotify podcast. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.